Okay, we're going to clean these up. Just remind you what they look like before we attack it. So we've got this Chubb. It's bitten of the key. And it's that 1979. Someone did leave some feedback and saying sort of anything from 79, 80, all the ones he's got are all on the back. So it might be a year they've changed that over. And we'll do my best and try and get it off. I've also got, they did come with this slide. I wasn't going to bother doing a video on it because it's an old belfry. You can just, there's text hidden underneath all there. And you might just make it out. 2 levers. Well, yeah. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do this first Chubb cruiser by hand. But this belfry, what I'm going to do, and it is bad, isn't it? Look at that. It's proper nasty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it. Ugh. You can see how rusty and shitty it is in there. I'm going to drop this belfry in a lot of vinegar. The old cheap Tesco's one. I think it's about 40 odd pence it was. A tiny little bottle of vinegar like that. Just submerge it. All you've got to do is just cover the top and leave it for about three or 4 days. So we're going to see what the vinegar does. And then we'll see if it makes any difference to try and get all of that off. Especially that there. Yeah. I'm still going to need some more cleaning, but the vinegar might shift some of it. So yeah, we'll have a look at the end of the week how these turn out, and then we'll do the old supporters prize draw. So yeah, well, for you I'll see you in a mo, but for me I've got the week to clean them up. So I'll see you on Friday, and hopefully I'll just seen all this paint gone and all this rust gone. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And here we are. Okay, so this was just submerged in vinegar, and the only other thing I did use to clean it up is one of these little wire wool sort of, they've got soap in. It's what your mum or her indoors uses to clean the pots. Just don't let her catch you robbing it to use to clean your locks. So that's all it was. No sandpaper, no nothing else. Left in there for about 4 or 5 days. Took it out, give it a wash into the sink, get one of these, give a quick scrub, 5 minutes, that's all. It's amazing how quick all that rust comes off, and you're going to look back on that video and how bad it all was in there. There's a bit of fluff there, and yeah, we could do a little bit more. You could spend a little bit of sandpaper. I've done no sandpaper, no nothing. I do like this sort of look. I used to clean up locks like this quite a few years ago with vinegar. It just takes time. You just got to leave him in there, and it looks got very much of a classic vintage look to it. But you can still make out all the lettering quite clearly. And yeah, it's come up all right. It's come up quite nice. Even the key, I just chucked the key in there. Same sort of thing. Got that little scrubber on it. Less than a minute on this key. And yeah, that vinegar shifts it up. There's a little bend in it there, but the text is all there, even a serial number. So what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. This is how worn that key is. You see that's had a lot of use and a lot of history. And the cruiser. Now this was all done by hand. So no chemicals, just my pure poorly hands and lots of sandpaper and time. But I could do that in a few hours. Well, the vinegar was doing the work for me when I just left it. But yeah, so there's that Chubb. As we said, 1979 on the back. And I haven't cleaned the key up. I'm going to leave it to whoever wins this. This is this week's supporters prize draw. So you get to do one thing, is clean it up. The key anyway, that is. But clean as a nut. Works beautiful. It's got a bit of a different sort of pitted look to it. You could see where over the years it's had a bit of an hammering here and there, which works as good as the day it was made. Some people might want to put an undercoat and paint it grey again, and off you go for another 20-30 years. That'll be sitting there keeping something nice and secure. So yeah, cruiser It's this week's supporters prize draw. But before we do the supporters prize draw, and I'll even throw that in. I'm going to do a first and a second prize this week because obviously this has come up really nice. So supporters, you get a double dip this week. Okay, so a first and second, and thank you very much for all your support. Without your support, this video would not happen. And it helps the channel grow, and I appreciate all your little thumbs ups and your likes. So vinegar, bit of wire wool. Make sure she doesn't catch you in a sink doing it, and job's a good one. Right, so this one is a little bit different to pick than the other ones, and I'll show you why. I know there's only 2 levers and it's nice and simple, but let's if I find that torch, we'll have a look down in that hole. Right, torch, yeah, we've got a torch. There's only 2 levers down there, but see how tight the actual bolt is at the back. It's a very narrow gap. So a normal tension tool, got the key back out. A normal tension tool won't cut it because it's still full. It's still a bit of crap in there. It's still a bit more flush, and because it's so short, they're a lot thicker than that for general padlocks. And they're made thicker for strength, but this is so short, I've had to sort of throw together a bit of the old classic ad hoc one. Really threw it together 5 minutes, and I had to make a little tension tool out of a cut down key, but I had to make sure that it was no wider than the actual part of the key that I was using because it's so narrow. A normal one would go in, pick up a couple of levers, and you'd never pick it. Because this is so short, so narrow at the back, I need to cut this one down. And I didn't want to ruin a good padlock tool to do that, because it'll only have this one use, and at the end of the day, 2 lever padlocks are not difficult to pick, are they? They look nice. They're a nice collector's item, but they're not very secure at all. So we'll give it a quick pick, and then we'll do the first and second prize draw. So I'll see you over there, and we're back over here. Let's get me elastic band sorted out. Drives me nuts, these dust covers. So we want to make sure that's out of my way. So magic elastic band. We'll get that over here. Get that under there somehow. Get my finger out of the way. Come on, you can go there. There she goes. Oh, she's popped off. Come on, you little kid. There. 2 levers. It's still a bit. Oh yeah, pre-warning about that blue stuff. Don't leave it on anyway. Look, it's. Let's just zoom in a bit over here. It looks like Papa Smurf shat himself all over my table. It's bloody everywhere. Look at it. God. Blue. It's everywhere. Oh God. Yep, so be careful when you're using that. Right, okay. Enough of that. Let's have a look at this old girl. These are funny things to pick, to be fair. Because you can pick them in 2 ways, because sometimes they're a bit sticky. So, we know, right? Okay, let's find a bit of wire to poke in there. Let's have a look what we got here. What we got worth poking? That's a bit long, that one. Try a short one first. Let's have a look. Now, sometimes because it's so tight at the back, so you know the where's the key? Let's explain. The gap between that short bolt at the back is very narrow, and then straight in front of that is your 2 levers straight away. Yeah, ignore that bit there. That's just a bit of fresh air. Don't even know what that's there. It doesn't do nothing. It just sits there. Look, it's never been used, touched, or anything. That's just empty space. So it's just that part of the key you really need to worry about. There's nothing else here at all. Okay, so that's a tiny bit there, but you've got this really short space where you need to pick their levers up. Now, sometimes it can be difficult because it's so tight against the back of that bolt. Now, I'll see if I can try and get it. There's a couple of ways you can do it. See, that's the very back, and you need to slowly come forward, like this one, and forward again, and there's 2. Okay, let's watch me wire. We're just going to get all the way around. Now, this could happen because that bolt's not quite long enough. Now it is. We're open. Okay, you have to go all the way around, test it, click it out. And the other way you can do it, sometimes it's a little bit easier this way. Okay, and it's a bit, it'll screw your head up a little bit, but get the crap off it, so I can do it. So what I'm going to do is put the wire the wrong way around, and I'm going to go underneath those levers and lift them up that way, so I've got clockwise tension, and I'm actually picking anti-clockwise. But for some reason you can get a better lift on them, he says. That's a bit tight in there, make sure that's all the way in there. It's a bit awkward, because your brain's not quite sure what it's doing. There's one, and there's two, but it's a lot quicker that way. And again, it won't open up. There you go, so I've just caught it. It's because that's a little bit shorter, and yeah, there's still a bit of crap in there, guys. That's a tiny little bit shorter than that. That's why it skips round and doesn't catch it all the way. So double throw it and you can catch it. So yeah, belfry. It's not going to be nice and secure on anything, but it might be nice for someone's collection. I know they are. People do collect them. So we've got the belfry, the muck elastic band. You can even have one of Papa Smurf's dumps if you want. We can put that in there because it's making my desk really blue. And obviously the classic Chubb Cruiser 1979. Beautiful lock, very iconic. Absolutely a joy to pick and to learn from. So we're going to do a first and a second prize. The first prize, of course, is going to be the Cruiser, Chubb Cruiser, yeah. So supporters, thank you very much for your support. Let's have a quick dip in here. We see that. So move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Can you see? One person for the Cruiser. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Cruiser is going to be Martin Ashworth. Martin, congratulations. That old girl, lovely to pick. That Cruiser is all yours, Martin. So thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. So the Cruiser's yours, Martin. Let's not get mixed up. And then for the belfry and that blue thing was driving me nuts. Yeah, let's see who it is. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Oh, Nils. Oh, okay, here we go. We could say this. Kleinenberg. Nils, my friend, I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I'm not, I do apologise. But the belfry, the blue thing, the muck elastic band, it's all yours. Congrats. He's probably going, oh God. So everybody, remember, if you like the video, put the old thumbs up. It helps me out massively. Helps this channel grow. Leave a nice comment if you got time. And I really appreciate all your support. Remember, interested in shiny stuff, whatever you want, shiny 2-in-1s, padlock pick sets, tension tools, anything like that, just let me know. You haven't got to be a member to purchase anything. Just email me. I shall send you the password, and you can. But you want to be a supporter and you want to have additional content and you want to be able to win something different, I can't always guarantee it'll be any good each week, whatever I can find, then please get in touch and help this channel grow. So everybody, stay safe, stay well, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see what we can come up with next week. Take it easy, guys. Ta-da!